We are going to try this again. I just jumped on here a few minutes ago, and like when I started recording or when I went live, it said that there was some hiccups with Facebook, and I'm looks like we're good right now. So the tech problems are behind us. Look, once a month, we do these live streams, and when I say we, I'm talking about our business, Inner Wealth Global. We do these live streams, and really what they're about is just some training, just some inspiration, just some motivation, just a new mindset, like a new heart set that'll help enrich and enliven your life. And we have a mastermind of very successful and a lot of wealthy people and successful and happy people. And we just got back from a retreat. We took our mastermind to Sedona, Arizona. There was about 20, 28, 29 of us. We went to Sedona, Arizona. We spent about a week together. We got out there on Monday and we finished up on Friday. And in between we had some training, and we had some personal engagement. We had, some socialization. We did some experiential stuff. There was some hiking. There was some meditation. There was we have one of our members is a stand-up comedian. So his name's Enzo Nitti. Did an awesome job. He just kind of like entertained us for a few minutes. But we just got back from Sedona, and in this retreat, in this time together, I shared some techniques and some tools and some concepts, some mindsets, heart sets. We did a lot of sharing within the group, and everyone's life was better when they were leaving than when they arrived. So it's these trainings and this, continuing to drive home concepts that'll free you from financial struggle, from success struggle. Instead of going somewhere you don't want to go and doing something you don't want to do for somebody you don't want to work for, it's about living life on your terms and knowing that you can create wealth like without doing what you hate in this world. And this is what I like, what I stand for, and this is why I wake up every day, is to anchor your life and your business with wealth and success and happiness, and making sure that you have the tools, knowledge, wisdom to live life on your terms. So that's why we're here. We do this once a month, and we also have one scheduled for next month. And I'll before we get off of this message or on this training, we'll throw the next scheduled date into the comments. So listen, today, what I want to talk about is the fact that successful people are never realistic or practical. So if you're anything like me, you were probably taught when you were a young child to be realistic, to be practical, to not dream, to be realistic. That's the best way. Kara just threw up October 26th at 1 p.m. for our next live stream. Thank you, Kara. Appreciate that. If you're anything like me, you were taught that you went to school, you learned a skill, you learned a trade, you just made money, and then you retire and then you die. Like that's what you do. That life is basically a grind, and almost that dreaming is foolish and dreaming is nonsensical, and dreaming is just, it's what children do, but adults don't dream. Adults like adult, and adulting is serious, and dreaming is childish and foolish. And at some point you grow up and you stop dreaming. Is this connecting with any of you? I know this is the way. I'd love to have some comments, guys. If you're here, throw your name in the comments. Let me know who's watching. I'd love to engage with the audience, with you guys. I'm not just talking to you. I want to talk with you. But hopefully some of this stuff is clicking, and maybe you weren't taught to not dream, and that's awesome. That's even better. But listen, what I see is most people who struggle are struggling because they're not dreaming, and because they're not looking ahead 5-10 years down the road where they want to be. They're too busy firefighting, like daily struggles. They're in survival mode, just literally trying to like get to the next day or get to the next week or get to the next month. And what they're doing is they're being practical and they're being realistic, and they're not dreaming, and they've basically shut down their dreams and their fantasies and the hope of having a life that's wealthy and successful and free. And that like doesn't make any sense to me. When I'm working with super successful and super wealthy people, these are the people that dream big. These are people that wake up every day with a dream so powerful inside of them that they get excited just to wake up in the morning and to create that dream that they're connected to, that they feel inside. These folks, they didn't start living life on their terms and like because they have wealth and success. They're living life on their terms, on their own terms, because they put their dream front and center in their life, and they're living from that dream. They didn't create wealth and success and then they dream. They started dreaming and then they created wealth and success. But if you look at the state of the world, 80, 90, 95% of people around the world are in pure survival mode, just struggling to get by. And the reason that somebody would just struggle to get by is because they're not taking time to dream. Have you ever heard somebody who's really, really wealthy and successful say, the only problem that I ever had is I didn't dream big enough? Have you guys ever heard anyone say that? Throw some guys, please post in the comments who's here. Let me know you're here. Let me know I'm talking to somebody. But have you ever heard a wealthy and successful person say that they just wished they would have dreamed bigger when they were goal setting, when they were vision setting? They wish they would have dreamed bigger, because the reality is the bigger you dream, the bigger life you'll live. And if we don't take time to be unrealistic or impractical, and hey, Jason, thank you. I appreciate that. If you don't take time to reignite your dream and to create a vision, and I'm sitting here, I've got a vision from one of my clients. I got a vision right here on my desk. And that vision is where he's headed with his life. What's in his vision right now doesn't exist in the material world, but it's true inside of him, in his mind and his emotions. And that's why, yeah, my amazing wife is here. My amazing wife is here. That's why we have to start dreaming again and stop being realistic and stop being practical. Like, stop. Hey, Suzanne, we get to stop living in the real world and start living in this fantasy world of our dreams and of our future vision. The people who make the biggest difference in this world, the people that move the needle most powerfully, most prevalently, most wealthily in this world, they dream and they don't feel any shame, and they don't experience any guilt or shame for having bigger dreams than most people can even realize. One of my clients, his ambition is to bring an NBA team to St. Louis. Like, somebody, I'll go back to my childhood home, the blue collar, Christian work ethic. Be realistic, be practical. We got bills to pay. We don't have time for dreaming. Like, That's a nice dream, son. Now grow up. Like when you live in that kind of hey Kate, when you live in that kind of a world where people are casting shadows and casting shade on your dreams, of course you're going to struggle in the world when you're surrounded by that, because you're going to be forced by people that are around you to be realistic and be practical. And what they're really saying is stop dreaming and start just getting to work and doing shit that you hate. Struggle. When somebody tells you to be realistic or practical, really what they're inviting you to do is struggle, because that's what they've equated life to be, is struggle and stress and sacrifice. That's what realistic and practical means to those people. And that's not a way to create wealth and success and happiness in your life. That's a way to live miserable until you die. The people that make the biggest difference in this world have a dream so powerful inside of them, they wake up every day to create that dream. I live in a fantasy land. I live in a world of fantasy. And what I mean by that is I know, like in my mind, I know where this life is going. I know where this business is going. And it's almost like the fantasy that's inside of me, the dream is inside of me, is more real than this world. The dream that's inside of me is more real than anything that's practical or realistic. And when the dream is alive inside of you and it feels real, you kind of do lose, like, you kind of do lose touch with the real world, of struggle and stress and sacrifice. And you kind of detach from it. What I'm inviting you to do is to stop being realistic and stop being practical, and to have a dream so powerful inside of you that the real world doesn't matter. And you wake up every day to just create and experience that dream that's screaming inside of you, that you're bonded to, that you're connected to, and live from that place. I don't want to. Absolutely, I don't want to be in touch with the real world, Justin. I want to live like a fantasy life, and that dream inside of me feels so freaking real that it's like, we're in our mastermind. We have a book study last night, and Kate was on the call, and Justin was on the call, and Kara was on the call, and we're reading a great book. It's called Be Your Future Self Now, and it talks about this exact concept. It's being so emotionally connected to your future that it's almost like your current self, your current life doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. You make decisions now that connect with the future version of you, and you almost like lose touch with reality and live in this fantasy land. And this is what people who believe that life is about stress and struggle, this is what they're saying when they're saying be realistic and be practical. They're saying, hey, you got to struggle with the rest of us. And when you ignite the dream inside of you, a powerful dream, your problems just don't matter as much, because you know you're going somewhere magical, and drama in your life fades away because you're going somewhere powerful with your life. Thank you, Kara. There's the link for Be Your Future Self Now. Go get that book. Read that book. And if you want to study it with our mastermind, join us every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Central. Join our mastermind and then join us then too. The bigger your dreams, the bigger life you'll live. The bigger your dreams, the bigger your reality becomes. And what that takes, it takes suspending reality and engaging with your fantasy and living from that place. Now listen, every success book in that's ever been written it contains these elements, right? Getting clear about where you're going, where you're taking this thing, where you're taking your life, where you're taking your business, getting really, really certain and letting go of doubt and changing the stories and that internal narrative that says you can't have the life of your dreams, and becoming committed to something more powerful than your current state. So the people that reignite their dreams are the ones who are going to experience the most precious and valuable parts of life. And that takes suspending reality. So don't ever feel shame or feel guilt, like Justin says, for being out of touch with the common man, being out of touch with society, being out of touch with reality. None of that shit makes any difference whatsoever. And I'd invite you into a deeper connection, a deeper conversation, a deeper bond with the person that you're becoming, and a future so powerful that you get excited to wake up every day, to create that and to live that dream. And you start making decisions from that place. Guys, on November 18th and 19th, we have a Choose Your Destiny Vision Intensive workshop coming up. And just about everybody that's commented so far. Well, Kate's coming up. Kate lives in Florida. Kate's going to be coming up to attend our Choose Your Destiny Vision Intensive. But just about everybody else that's in this thread has been to that Choose Your Destiny Vision Intensive. And it is a powerful, powerful, powerful experience. It is life-changing. Justin teaches with me. I would encourage you, if you have elements of struggle in your life, of stress, of sacrifice, if you're settling, if you feel like you're in survival mode, there's something that you're missing, and it can be found in getting in your lack of clarity, maybe the doubt that's in your mind and body, or you're committed to your struggles. And if you want to transcend survival mode and create some margin in your life, it first comes with getting really, really clear about the life that you want to live, becoming certain that you can have it, and becoming committed to a more powerful, more successful, more loving, and wealthier life. But you've got to suspend reality. You've got to disconnect from being realistic or practical, because successful people, wealthy people, are the biggest dreamers on the face of the planet. Because Kara just threw up the registration for the retreat, or for the Vision Intensive. It's going to cost $247 to be in that room with us. We've got room for 40 people. 40 people is max capacity. The last one in September sold out. This thing is going to be big. But what we're going to do in this Vision Intensive is we're going to start the process of reigniting your dream and getting you into that fantasy place, getting you into connected to a more powerful future, so that you can break any bonds or break any attachment from everyday, day to day, week to week, month to month stress and struggle and sacrifice, because you deserve better. We all do. We'd love to have you. If you're interested in creating a more exceptional life, if you're interested in just more mindsets, a healthier mindset, healthier heart set, more tools, more concepts. If you're interested, put something else in your toolbox. If you're interested in living a life upgraded from the current life, join us at the Choose Your Destiny Vision Intensive. It's November 18th and 19th. It's Saturday and Sunday. It'll be about 10 minutes from a house in St. Charles, Missouri. If you go to that registration link, then you'll be able to register, and you'll start to get an email drip inviting you to or connecting you with the details and the information that you need to get there. The last one sold out. This one too. Remember, the next time someone tells you to be realistic or practical, I would get away from them as quickly as possible, because they're going to keep you, they're going to help you create more stress and struggle and sacrifice in your life. And you deserve so much better, so much more than having those be your baseline quality of life statements. Guys, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. We're going to do this again, another live stream, October 26th. Kara, I'm going to go back up to the comments. October 26th at 1 p.m. for this next live stream. And I'm going to show up. These are also posted on our YouTube channel, in our live, because when it streams to YouTube, to LinkedIn, Facebook. We do these monthly. We're gonna have we also have a November one scheduled. We'll get to that next month. But don't settle for less than an exceptional life. If you're not waking up excited about your life every day, then we've got some work to do. You deserve much, much more. And only the practical or realistic people will continue to choose that pain and suffering. You deserve better. And you can choose your destiny anytime you want. Come join us at the workshop, and we'll make some magic happen. All right. Talk soon. Next month, October 26th. Be ready to go. October 26th at 1 p.m. for this next live stream. Love you guys. Have an exceptional, exceptional day.